Okay, I'm installing a bilge pump in the bilge down here. And this is a Whale 1100. It's a real low profile, so it can fit in here, but there's nowhere to mount it. This right here is the manual bilge pump hose. So I made this handy dandy bracket out of aluminum. So the plan is to put it here and bolt that pump to the bracket, and then just epoxy this on, because of course I don't want to drill through the hull. And this right here is a float sensor switch. I'm gonna somehow make another bracket or epoxy that in right there. I decided to use these lock nuts with the nylon inserts since it's going to be vibrating all the time from the pump and we don't want it to come loose. Okay, that was way 10 times harder than I thought, and now the epoxy has already kicked, so I have to make more. Okay, I mixed up a second batch of epoxy since the other one kicked before I could do anything. Here's the schematic I used to wire the pump and sensor, and it's really just 3 wires going from the switch to the bilge. 2 are positive and 1 negative. Okay, I'm gonna wire the bilge pump up now. So this float switch goes to the bilge pump. Now I'm gonna put the heat shrink over it. Okay, now I gotta run all these 3 wires from the bilge pump to the switch panel. Running the cables for the bilge pump underneath here. Okay, so I came up out of the bilge. Now I'm going under the sink here. Through this bulkhead. This comes out in here under the cockpit. comes up in here. And this goes where I mounted the new switch panel. And here's the bilge pump wires. Okay, so I put some spade connectors on the ends of the leads off the bilge pump switch. And then these are coming from the bilge. So this one is the auto switch. This one is manual. So this one goes to the battery for positive. Okay, I got all the wiring ran. Got the switch mounted here. So let's see what happens. Go to manual. And the pump is on. And that's off. And this is auto, which is for the float sensor there. When the water goes up, it automatically goes on. You can test this by holding your fingers on two touch pads here, and it's supposed to act like there's water in there. So that's working. The bilge pump is in and wired. So now I have to drill some holes to run the new bilge pump from the pump here under there. It's gonna go through here and there, underneath here, into the lazarette, and then out the side of the hull. Okay, it's time to put the through hull in for the bilge pump. So this is a 1 3/8 hole. And just by coincidence, I wanted to put it pretty far back in the boat. And also as high from the water line. This is about 2 feet above the water line. This is as high as you can go inside, or it's gonna hit this. Okay, I was going to use butyl tape, but I was reading and anything that said maybe below the water line, which that shouldn't be, but if for some reason I'm heeling way over the water, could get there. So I'm going to use this 3M 5200. Alright, that should be plenty. Well, here it is on the inside. So it's time for the last piece of the puzzle with the bilge pump, installing the hose. This is 1 1/8 inside diameter because I wanted to get the biggest I could get, and it's got a smooth inside, and this is just the ribs are on the outside. You want a smooth inside so the pump doesn't lose efficiency pushing the water. Like it's just long enough. I got 15 feet. All right, that looks good. And I'm just gonna put some clips and zip ties on here. Okay, the bilge pump is all connected. I made a loop in the top there so that if water comes in the side from a wave or heeling, it's gonna have to go up first. And then it comes here along the side, goes down there underneath that settee, and then into the bilge, over and out.